for the U.S. jobs report. And as you can see here, one of the news sources that I like to look at, I don't have, unfortunately, I should have reached out to Lee to get our Financial Juice subscription so I could hear the news. But I'm gonna do it the same way that I do it behind the scenes, which is not the best in terms of getting the faster news setup. I use Forex Factory. We could see that the unemployment rate, the forecast is 3.6%, and the change, which is the most important, is 197,000 jobs. And you could actually, if you go to forexfactory.com and you click on this little detail, this little icon here, it explains to you that change in number of employed people during the previous month, excluding the farming industry, and actual is greater than forecast is good for currency. Now, here's where, take a look at the last 5 or 6 months. The forecasts were, 300K in June, and then it's been 260, 250, 295, 248. And you can see that they've all have come a little bit better. Some have been even higher. So I don't have any predictions, but when the report comes out, we're going to make sure we take note of the actual number that comes out, right? So let me put Mark on the spot. Mark, and our usuals, this is a quiz for everybody. Since I'm trading crude oil, right? What's the relationship with crude and jobs, right? If this number is much higher than the forecast, let's say it comes in about 300,000. Mark, which direction? Again, this is all on theory. Do we expect crude oil to go up or down? Mark, who else? Any ideas? I'm saying it like a quiz, but if you can tell from my tone and my questioning, I'm second guessing myself. No, I'm pretty sure that crude, and I'm Dutchy saying up, Larry saying up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys are right? Because I think here's the real question: when there's positive news, does crude go up or down? And obviously, it depends on what positive news we're talking about. But I'm pretty sure if it's a good report that the crude will go up. So just look what I'm doing. I'm squeezing my charts to see what the direction is on crude for these past few hours, and you can see that the direction is up. Crude is trading at about $91. I don't have all my pivot lines that Lee does, but you could see I have the R3 and the R2 over here just to understand where these resistant lines are. Again, this is not super important when we're trading the news, right? But it's good to know where we stand in relationship to these resistance. So we're above the R2, R3. I guess my thought is that since we're in the R territory, a best case scenario for this trade would be a negative report, in which we would have more momentum. Again, this is my own 2 cents to go down. Let's go ahead and set up for the trade. Okay, thank you very Chantal. We have a whole team here behind the scenes. You guys don't even realize I'm getting notifications by really good people trying to help us out. Let's go over the setup. I have 2 computers actually right now, so I'm looking at my other screen, which I don't have up. So let's go ahead and set up for the trade. I'm going to go ahead and right click. And by the way, I know today we have a full audience. For those of you on YouTube, maybe I'm talking in code sometimes. Right now, this is the real feel of our live trade room. So I'll definitely do a better job of explaining things. But right now, we just need to get ready because we're less than 10 minutes away from the trade. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and right click and hit on strategies. Right. And I'm going to go ahead and set up for the trade. And you know what? Before I just focus on me for a second and my setup, let me just show all the options in case anyone needs some help here. So if you're going to trade gold, we have a bracket of 25, activation time 29.59. Okay, we have a cancel if no fill, and here are the targets, right? So if you're trading gold, here's your setup. Gold is often challenging to trade. Okay, 5 of the last 9 reports I've seen a whipsaw, which is part of the reason why I'm not trading gold. If you're going to trade the ES, there's a range trade setup. Apologies, I'm not going to go into that right now, but you have the setup over here. Okay, feel free. For those of you who don't have the DMM on top of you, with you right now, and you need it, just I'm leaving it up for you guys right here if you want to take a few notes. Then Q, and then what I'm going to go over right now is crude oil. Okay, it's a new offering. This is something that Jay, okay, my partner behind the scenes, he added this, and part of the reason why I added this is because of the great testing of Chantal and Lee. And let's go ahead and set this up. So I have the JBB breakout JBB strategy set up, right? This is our software. I'm going to put in, and thank you very much for the guys who are watching over me, 082958. We have a bracket of 10. And let me see what my team is telling me behind the scenes. Okay. We're going to play it conservatively, guys. Okay. I'm going to go for smaller targets today. So normally my rule of thumb is, and this is be very careful here, guys. We try our best to make the software as safe as possible. You always want to be super focused, even when you're listening to me, to have the position size. This is how many contracts we're going to trade. So I'm going to put one for position size 1 and another one for position size 2. And then for profit targets, I'm going to go for smaller targets. So I'm going to go for 15 ticks on my first one, and I'm going to go for 25 on my second one. Okay, so at least you're going to see in a second the stop that I'm going to put in is $20. 20 ticks, excuse me. So at the very least, right, I'm risking 20 ticks, right, on 2 contracts to make potentially $400, right? Not super, what's the word? It's like not super amazing, for lack of a better word, but I'm at least gonna, I'm not gonna try to make less than my risk. Okay, so 829.58 for activation time, bracket size 10, right? Yep. We have a target of 15 and 25, stop loss 20. I'm not going to do the break even. What I am going to do, see right here, all this stuff. What I'd like to do is I just like to click here so I don't get distracted by that. And then, no, this is optional. Okay. So I'm going to go to my live account, enabled. Now, before I hit apply and OK, right, you have to be careful here. This is real stuff. This is real money. I'm going to check again, 829.58, bracket 10, position size 1, position size 2, 1, 15 and 25, stop loss of 20. Going down, crude oil, my live account, and enabled. Okay, I'm going to hit apply, hit OK. I want to make sure that I have this check mark ready to uncheck if I need to. And let's see if I could get the Forex Factory up to where I can see it better. It's going to be a little tricky, right, but I'll do my best. Time that is, it's another thing that I didn't go over, but I'll do it in a second. I'll have to probably make this smaller. Not a lot of real estate here, even though I have a very large monitor. Let's see. One second, guys. All right, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for that refresh so I could process the news. Okay, here we go. Not as big as I'd like it to, but I could at least click on this if I want to. Okay. All right, guys, so this is the part where we're 4 minutes away. Everyone can still hear me and see my screen. Just say yes. If you could hear me and see me in the chat, please. Thanks, Mark. All right, so this is the part where I want to, I'm just kind of reading some of my notes here. I know that for this report, this is one where I'm reading the DMM. The first peak, at least on gold, can only hang for a few seconds. So, guys, I'm not going to even have a chance to really process the news results, even though I hit on this with Lee all the time. Yes, Mark, that's what I meant. I'm not showing my face right now at the moment. I want everyone to focus on the charts. So look, there's quite a bit of movement, right? I mentioned, look how in the last few minutes, nothing that's making me nervous. It just look how it look at the price of crude going down here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my best to get out of the trade with a profit. One of my mottos is, when I see the green, I'll take it, right? So I'm definitely gonna give us a chance to maximize on our profits. What I'm hoping for is with the smaller targets that I put in, I'll certainly give them a chance to get hit. If I see it's hovering, I think I'm gonna, again, in the spirit of me really wanting to test the setup, not making any excuses. I'm gonna probably respect my stop and see if we could get our targets hit. But of course, I'm gonna watch the candle behavior as well, right? So I'm not gonna try to lose when I see there's a profit on the board, but I want to see if we can hit those targets. Okay. So let's all focus on our own charts. We have 90 seconds. I'm going to really just, even get a little bit quiet here in a second. And all I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be watching the chart behavior, candle behavior rather, sorry. And let's see what the news is. For those of you who are not trading, if you want to be helpful to us in the chat. Oh, yes. Thank you, Mark. Good people here. Yes. Time that is. Oh, wow. That's not good. So I'm like 0.2 seconds ahead. I was exactly before. Let's see. I know how to fix it, but it's okay. I appreciate you, Mark. So my arrow's on the enabled button in case I see anything crazy here, I could still cancel, right? That's why my mouse is on the enabled. Here we go. So I must have goofed, guys. I don't know. Maybe it's because of my time. So my orders did not trigger, and I'm wondering why that is. Crude oil shot down. It looks like it was let's see here. Not the biggest movement, but you could see that it shot down. Not sure why my orders did not fire, but I'll investigate in a second. For those that are in the trade, the actual is 261,000, which is greater than expected, and actual hourly earnings is also greater. So there is alignment across the board, but as you can see here, you see how these are all gray. Actually, usually it says green when there's like a big change. So not much of a delta. Yeah, actually, I mean, there's just a little 0.1, but it's still $50,000. So I'm on the hot seat. My order didn't trigger. Trying to figure out why that is. Oh, yeah, maybe that's what it was. It may have been a warning that I forgot to activate. How did everyone do? Bob? Yeah, so guys, listen, obviously on my end, my order did not trigger, but I want to hear from everybody here. So Eva made 13 ticks, and just let me know if that was live. Usually what we do is we took, oh, excellent. Eva, and is it Eva or Eva? Eva, you should have been hosting today's trade room, right? So just make sure if you're calling out your trades, I want to just, so a lot of members in the room have made money. We have a doc plus $400 live. Excellent. All right, let me switch gears here for a second. I'm going to switch gears here. 1 second. Remove. Let me go to sim just so I don't activate anything. And yes, wow. Listen, I'm happy. I always tell Lee that it's our when our members are making money, that's what really makes me happy. So we have oil over here. And now I want to go over some of the different reactions to gold and ES, and really, really happy to see that a lot of our members made a lot of money. So let's look at gold. Oh, wow. Look at that. Yeah. So Dutchy, I'm not sure if you're sim, just again, put a $ if it's live, made 88 ticks on gold, right? I'm not sure if that was live or, but right now I'm looking at this like 3 minutes behind, but you could see there was a huge, I'm thinking that it went down, right? Because the forecast was actually better than expected. So gold had a nice movement down. Okay, excellent. What else did I knock over? ES. Okay. There we go. ES. You guys see how there's very similar candles between ES and crude? Very similar, right? So, okay. I'm not hearing, guys, and you know what? Full disclosure. Here, I'll show you. This is gonna maybe look a little funny. Watch this. I'm gonna show you my. Well, actually, everyone could see what everyone is typing in the chat. I just forgot about that. So there's total transparency here. But for those of you who are not in our trade room, this is gonna look funny when I do this in a second. But you could see here. I know that it looks like there's like 100 screens. Just focus your attention to the left here. I want everyone to see for yourself that our members reporting in. Dutchy, 88 ticks on gold. Oh, it's Eva. Got it. Eva, my bad. TJ, wow, look at that. 1683 on crude live. Our members are rocking it. I have no shame. When our members make money, that's what it's all about. So excellent job, TJ. Guys, do me a favor, send me your screenshots, because obviously something happened on my end and I don't have a video to show, but I want to show folks your screenshots. So here we go. Eva made 13 ticks on crude oil. And that's what it's all about, guys. I'm really, really happy, TJ, that you made $1,600 or $1,683. But that all is about bankroll management, how much money you have in your account. 13 ticks, how many ticks you got, that's the equal playing field where we know how many ticks we could have gotten. So just doing a final roll call. And Lee, maybe you're getting a good laugh. Well, it's all good, right? The my trade didn't activate, but Eva, 13 ticks on crude. Larry, actually, well, hold on, Larry, I don't see. Doc made 400 live. Or yes, Dutchy, you could see here. So way to go, guys. Okay. Oh, Dutchy, thank you very much. Wow, Dutchy, you're fishing with 3 rods, bud. Lost 676 in oil, made 800 in gold, and wow, Dutchy, I want to talk to you. Actually, I mentioned before, I want to start having one-on-one chats with to learn people's approaches and getting to know everyone a little bit better. But Larry, 345 on Canadian. Oh yes, let's go over the Canada report too. And you could see here, by the way, that it's starting to reverse now, right? So there was a movement down, and look at this, from 37.11, now we're up 37.65 on the ES, and it's going up and up and up. I don't think I have. Actually, I didn't go over the Canada report, did I? So let's see how the Canadian news was, right? On Forex Factory, CAD. Okay, so Canada, no reason, that makes sense why. Looks like it was an excellent report to trade. Look at the forecast. They were predicting 11,000 jobs created, 10x. See that green number that I'm talking about? Canada, which is our family money trade, 100,000. So actually, my wife is Canadian, so that I should have traded Canada today. Unemployment rate 5.2%. Again, in the right. These are in alignment. And let me see if I could get my 6A up. Let's see here. I don't have it in my instrument list. Mark, you want to help me out here? I forget where I go. I go to add this one. I think I have to right click instruments and then search. There we go. 6A. No, 6C. There we go. Guys, how am I doing today? Besides the fact that my trade didn't trigger, which definitely need to investigate that. I didn't record this, but our trade room is being recorded, so I'll take a look afterwards. And I know I removed the strategy. Let me see if I have my chat up. Oh, look at that, guys. Do you see what happened here? Let this be a lesson for everybody. I did not see this notification. Okay, so that's usually I'm not doing. I'm not the one who's hosting, etc. I don't know why, for whatever reason, this notification, which is meant to protect me, I didn't see it. So next time, if I don't see it, I have to know. I have to look for it. It was hidden over here. So I'm gonna hit no. I just want to see what happens when I hit no. Okay, so count warning was on. Yes, and behind the scenes, people were telling me too, and it's okay. So it's a lesson learned. Okay, it happens, guys. All right. So what else is there to cover today? Well, I'm really glad that I did a small room today, right? Actually, I'll come on camera for now. Whoa. Stop screen sharing. Yeah. So when I do this, you could only see a little box. Okay, interesting. No, guys, it's Eric here. So thank you guys very much. It's a small little trade room today. For those of you who are on YouTube, you got to see inside of our professional trade room. And today we went over the jobs report. We discussed the Canadian jobs report, and we could see the Canadian jobs report really did really phenomenally well. But you know what? I'm telling you, all the 4 setups that we took, I think actually, I don't want to misspeak. I think one of them, one of the instruments, maybe somebody lost some money on it. I forgot what it was. I think it was, well, who was it? Well, yeah, well, in full transparency, Dutchy lost some money on oil, but that's probably because you had really big targets, because we know that a lot of other folks made money on oil. So that means that our gold setup, our oil setup, our ES setup, and our Canadian setup, all 4 instruments worked really well today. To me, that's amazing, because some folks always have this kind of concern about all of us trading the same setup. And even though that's never stopped us from being profitable, all 4 setups were very successful today. So that's a tribute to Chantal. That's a tribute to Lee. That's for the research that we do. And that's one thing that if you're a pro trader member, somebody that's like, what's the value in all this? Well, hopefully you saw just kind of getting this kind of support, right? And showing you guys, I'm just being careful of my words, right? Because we're not financial advisors. And that's actually another miss that I had. So on those of you on YouTube, this is going to be my disclosure that we are not financial advisors, right? Everything that we're discussing, it's for educational purposes. And we show you our world, right? So I'm not giving specific advice to anybody, but this is a winning strategy that's been working well for me for over 10 years, right? And this isn't the end all be all. This isn't you're going to do this and then quit your job. And, this is, like, we're talking about a tool that, for 30 seconds, really 10 minutes, right? So, I started the trade room at 8:15, right? I really needed the first 5 minutes just to get, the audio going on. Newbie in the house here setting up. In 10 minutes, we took 10 minutes, obviously we've learned this skill set. And in about 10 seconds, once we're in the trade, today it's Friday, it's November 4th. Let's be real here. People are worried about the economy right now. People are talking about recession. The stock market had a really nice ride in October, but still people are feeling nervous. This is this strategy that we do. This is something that can be in addition to your financial tool belt, right? This is something that what I love most about trading the DMMs is that instead of just like listening to the news, being passive, we're able to take action on the news, right? And we're in the know. We know about all these really great economic reports that are coming out, and we're able to figure out a strategy to profit on them, right? I could go on for an hour, guys, right? So really good stuff. I'm so glad that I opened up the room. We have a phenomenal community. We really do. My plan is that I'm gonna, obviously connect with Lee, today, this weekend. My hope is that Lee is well enough to, I've given him, if you're able to even come back, just trade on sim. Even today, right? It's so helpful to have somebody to show you, just kind of go over the setup and have this, we're all here together. That would be ideal, but we're gonna let Lee take as much time as he needs. If he's able to do that, that would be great. Maybe a shorter trade room schedule, but I'm gonna come on at least once or twice a week next week to run at least one or two rooms. And seriously, if you're a regular here and you'd like to see if this is an opportunity to kind of help out with the trade room, I'm talking to the people who made money today. No one, anybody could come on and share their screen, and not asking anyone to do that, but if that's something that you're just opening the door, if that's something that want to explore, reach out to me. My email address is eric@10minutetrades.com. I still want to hear from everybody, so feel free to reach out to me anyways, right? And we want to wish Lee well. So I know I kind of said if Lee comes back, there's no pressure on Lee. I think it was really touching to see everyone wish Lee well the last couple of days, and everyone's been writing into Lee. So we're very fortunate that Lee was able to, withstand a really terrible accident. He's going to take as much time as he needs. I'm just letting you know that we're not leaving anyone behind. We're going to do probably a modified trade room schedule next week. Probably won't have the typical podcast that we do this week. Give us some. We appreciate your patience on if we're a little delayed on next week's schedule, but we have a team here. So between myself, Lee, Chantal, Jay, and really this whole trade room, I mean, everyone here is part of our 10-minute trades team from my standpoint. But we want to wish Lee well. What else did I forget, guys? Anything else? And I know some folks are not sure about what happened to Lee. So Lee got into an accident 2 days ago where he was hit by a car on a scooter. He fractured a few ribs and his wrist. The silver lining is that he's alive and he's well. That he's able to no head trauma or anything like that. So that's the story, TJ. So if you want to make my Friday, send me quickly. Do me a favor. Take a quick screenshot if you took a trade. Give me a one-liner. Recapping. Made six. How many ticks or how much money made on that instrument. Share with me. I'll share with Lee because I don't see Leon, even though I know he's watching, and I'm sure that'll make him happy too. Okay, guys. So this is Eric saying goodbye. Just trying to see if there's any other DMMs for today. Actually, let me just take a quick look. See, I'm like Lee. I don't want to close. No, that's it, guys. So Friday, November 4th. This is Eric from 10 Minute Trades. I want to wish everybody. Oh, actually, hold on a second. I can make this guy bigger. Oh, are you kidding me? Sorry, guys. Last thing I'm going to learn before I close up here, even though I know the quality is not as good. That's super cool. So Rosie here, in case that you came in late, that's our puppy Rosie. Thank you guys very, very much. Our community is really strong. Um, it's, our members come in every day, want to stay here, hang out. It's because, I'll say one more thing. What better group of people to hang out with than people that are actively learning, actively trying to, better themselves and learn a skill set to make money. I mean, in my world, I have a lot of friends, social friends, right? I love who I like talking to most. I like talking to people that are growing and learning and wanting to better themselves. And I think that's also, even though I'm sure we have a great group of very kind people, but that's awesome. I want to stay with people that are having that positive attitude about wanting more and wanting to make more. So I want to say kudos to everyone again who made money. Congratulations. I mean, that's no better way to start your weekend, right? So, oh, okay, Chantal. Yes. Well, I even shaved this morning, so there's no shame in getting really up and close. But anyways, guys, today is my first time hosting. The first time that I hosted the trade room was when we actually when Lee and I put the trade room together. I actually did the first one. And then since then, he's taken it away. So this is my first time in like 7 years. So this is Eric from 10-Minute Trades. I'm coming live to you from South Florida. I want to wish everyone a fantastic weekend. And I know that you didn't get to see my trade today, but you got to understand our approach and you got to understand why many of our members made money today. If you like what you saw today, go to 10minutetrades.com, sign up for our free video. You'll get our weekly schedule as well every Sunday. And thank you, Bob. I think Bob just posted his trade. Actually, Bob, you're having the stop. I want to just see this before I close it out. 1 second, guys. Okay, thank you, Bob. So Bob is kind enough to record a sim trade, I believe, right? So let me go ahead and show this because I didn't get to show a visual. So Bob, thank you very much. I'm going to show Bob's sim trade, right, which is simulation, not live. But let's go ahead and end it with this recap here. So let me go ahead and do that, guys. Okay. So stop my video. And Chantal, I know I'm keeping you over time. Just another minute, okay? Okay, I'll just do it to entire screen. Great people. See, this is the community that I'm talking about. Thank you very much, Bob. So this is actually Bob's recording, and let's cue it up. So he has the crude oil trade on Sim. Remember, Sim, full disclosure, it's not accurate, not as accurate as. Okay, let me choose my words correctly. When you make money on Sim right, that doesn't mean there's a high chance it's not realistic because it doesn't calculate the fills. But we know that members made money on crude oil, so that means that this recap video is still helpful to watch because we know that people made money on crude live, and so the fill that he got here, let's watch it. Okay, so 829.58, which is what I was hoping to happen to me, right? And it shot up and went down. Nice movement down. And let's see how he handles the trade. I kind of just, okay, boom. And I didn't even pay attention to how many contracts he had on Sim. But again, it doesn't really matter so much. The important thing is how many ticks he made, which is 12 ticks. And I know that other members made money at 12 ticks as well. I think that was you, Eva, sorry. That made 12 ticks, but my memory serves me well. 13 ticks. You see? So even though he made this on Sim, but I also verified with Eva, who made 13 ticks. I'm not, and I know others have made it live. So this is a very good video, Bob. Thank you very much for sending it to me. Okay. So as Lee says, hit that subscribe button, smash that subscribe button. Help us get to 10,000 subscribers. We're getting close to we're over 1,000, right? And help us to get to 10,000 subscribers. We need your help. Okay. All right. So final time. This is Eric Roth from 10-Minute Trades. And I want to wish everyone a really fantastic weekend. I'm going to close it out. Thank you guys so much. And I hope I was able to do my best to fill in for Lee. Obviously, I can't do it full justice because Lee is a true pro. But I'm gonna be there to back him up, and I'll do my best to host at least 1 or 2 trade rooms next week. Okay, guys. Thank you very, very much, guys. I'm telling you right now that I'm so passionate about where we're going as a company, and it all starts with people, with our members. It starts with you. So continue to support us, continue to hold hands with us and learn with us and grow with us, because we're going to be there no matter what happens, recession, not a recession. We're still going to be able to perfect what we do here. And so I want to make sure that you guys are with us. All right, guys, have a fantastic weekend. Thank you very, very much. Bye-bye.